I can't help my homeless father. Hi, I am new to Reddit, so I'd call the proper Reddit formatting and stuff. But I don't know if I can help my homeless father. He has been homeless for about 2+ years now. Reason for it was that he was incarcerated for a time after being caught smuggling narcotics. He got wrapped up in some shady stuff in order to support our family, at least that is what he says. Not only this, but his relationship with my mother has reached its end. My mother no longer wanted him in her life for reasons I'm not fully sure of 100%. I will not say something I am not too informed in. But him no longer being able to live with us after being out of prison has been a bit tough on him, to say the least. The first months he actually did pretty well, bringing himself back up with the help of some friends. But his obsession with my mother and having an unrealistic image of a happy family together with us has dragged him all the way down to rock bottom. He kept visiting uninvited by my mother to her apartment, aka my home, but her being the head of household kind of makes it so that she is in charge. My mother eventually decided to get a restraining order on him. That and a couple domestic abuse charges filed against him. He continued to ignore the warnings and boundaries set to him and showed up uninvited multiple times. His excuse was that he came to give my mother money to help support us. But at this time me and my siblings were already old enough that we had jobs but not financially stable enough to move out. But we handled our rent and bills well enough without his financial assistance. Even so, he continued to dump money into my mother. I am not too sure where that money went though. After a while work started getting scarce for him and he continued his pursuit of my mother, trying so desperately to gain back what he had lost. It hurts to see him this way, but I've tried to explain to him that pursuing my mother will only drag till he is left with nothing. He doesn't listen to me and only blames me for not helping him get into contact with my mother. I suggested he use the money he earns to bring himself up, but he is too stuck in his delusion of getting a chance at getting back together with my mother and making everything butterflies and rainbows again. Anyway, now he is completely homeless, sleeping in ditches and struggling to get a bite to eat. Forgot to mention he lives in another city a good couple miles away. He asks me why I don't help him and gets sad and angry. But I have helped him. I let him sleep and borrowed my car for months. I gave him money and allowed him into the apartment against my mother's wishes. I even gave him $1,500 out of the $3,000 that I had in my bank account total. I hate seeing him like this, unable to start helping himself, but not that he has absolutely nothing. I feel the need to try to help out again, but I feel he is dragging me down with him the more I do. All my investments towards him bring me nothing but loss. I don't have much money being a 21-year-old still living with my mother, and I just found the drive to start my life by going back to school after 3 years of living life aimlessly stuck in a retail job. I want to help but don't know if I can or should anymore.